to use technology, and we definitely want to encourage persons to use the technology in a good way because it can help to foster greater economic growth, greater economic activity, and of course, just the whole idea of computer science is solving problems. And who know of any problem that we have? We have lots of problems. So definitely we want to be involved in the communities and to be solving those problems. We of course done some product development. We've done open mic sessions. We usually do those on the first Saturday of each month. And we had our open mic session earlier this month, and we're definitely looking forward to more open mic sessions. And of course, we do want to encourage persons to participate, and we do want to give back. So, of course, we do have our various competitions. If you haven't won anything, I'm sorry, but look, just keep looking out for our competitions. Keep looking out for our giveaways. We do want to, encourage persons to enjoy being a part of this community. We've done gift vouchers. We've done shirts. We've done several stuff. So there are a lot of things that we do have to give out, and we do want to encourage you to be a part of the community and stay connected with us. All right. So our Uno tournament, for those who were there, we did have our Uno tournament and we did award prizes to all our winners, and that was just phenomenal. We do want to encourage persons to stay connected with us. It wasn't just about the Uno tournament really, because it also gave persons an opportunity to connect with some business owners, persons in various tech fields, to share knowledge and insight around starting businesses, and what are some of the different areas that we can grow, whether it is in preparing that winning resume, because we did have some persons talking about resume creation and how it is that they navigate being up in that interview. So yeah, it was really a great time to not only just have fun doing Uno, but of course we of course shared knowledge and encourage each other. All right, so look out for our events. All right, this is one of our past events. All right, and some more of our past events. We, as I said before, our I Heart Tech Job. That was a great event where we gave a $50 US for Amazon gift card for our first place winner. Third place got 30, and second place got 30. Sorry, and our third place got 20. So I'm sure they enjoyed their Amazon gift card, and these are some other events that we've had in the period in the past. All right. So, without further ado, we do have two of the team members present with us. Unfortunately, one of the team member, Amanda, she's not able to be with us, but I'm pretty sure the next two members of the team, they're still going to be able to deliver and to just blow us away with their problem solving skills, because that's really what we're about. We're about solving problem, and their business is can be very essential to each and every one of us. All right. So without further ado, I'm just gonna hand over to them for them to be able to share their screen and of course introduce themselves. And we'll get right into their presentation. All right. Sharma, are you guys ready?
Yes, we are.
Okay, great.
Hi, good evening, everyone. So my name is Vedang, and this is my teammate Pratna, and we are two members of Team Onepot. So I just wanted to make a small little clarification from earlier. Our business is a service. It's also currently in the pitch stage, which means it's in the ideation stage. But this is something that we presented at a recent competition, and we're really happy that, Mr. Crossdale really liked it and invited us to be here. We're really glad to share what we have, our results from testing, talking to people. And I really think that this is going to help not just us, but anybody who's interested in this service. So yeah, we're really excited to share what we have.
Yes. And I'd like to introduce myself too. My name is Prathna. I am a third year banking and finance student. And I decided to go ahead with this competition. It's called the Vincent Hussain competition, where, a lot of different companies pitch their business ideas, and some are in their execution stage. We haven't reached that part yet because we're still looking for investors and people who are interested in, investing in our business. And yeah, I wanted to get out of my comfort zone, and this is my first time kind of doing that. So I'm very excited to be here.
All right.
Great.
So
Happy
we
to
can
have you
start
guys.
presenting.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Thank you. Perfect. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so I just want to clarify, can everyone see my screen? Like the entire screen?
Yeah, we're seeing, yes.
Sorry, you broke up.
Yeah, we're seeing clearly. Go ahead.
Okay, perfect. All right, so I am a university student, as you guys know, and imagine that I just got home after a tiring day of lectures and assignments and part-time work, and I just want to come home to a home-cooked meal. And that's essentially the problem that we're trying to solve. And I live far away from home, as do many university students. They're either from different Caribbean islands or even far away from their homes in Jamaica. So it gets really hard to cook and clean up after themselves. And after school, after your classes, some classes end at like 9 p.m. Coming home and not having a home cooked meal kind of stings. And that's the problem that we're trying to solve here. Has your dinner ever looked like this as a university student, or even this? And this is where Onepot comes in, where we have pre-cooked vegetarian meals in a box that's all pre-prepped and easy to cook, that requires minimal cleanup. So yeah, Onepot.
All right, so right here, you're going to see a video, and it's just going to show what we call a minimum viable product. So here's when we actually tested it, and it will show you what's inside. You can see that there's already nicely, neatly packaged ingredients. So they're already finely diced. Whenever you're watching a YouTube video, they always start from the cooking stage. They don't show you the cutting part. So we do half of the work for you, and we're giving you the opportunity to have something you could be proud of yourselves. So as a student, or maybe not even just a student, maybe you're a working professional living by yourself, or you're in a single parent family, and you just want the joy of like coming home, spending as little time cooking so you could enjoy like doing the things, or maybe just you want to watch Netflix, you don't really want to have 2 hours when you reach home spending trying to cook. So we give you half the work done already. We're giving you these ingredients, we're giving you a recipe card, and we're giving you the joy of being closer to home no matter where you are. So that's the problem that we're trying to solve.
Onepot also allows you to put in your own cooking style into the meals that you eat. So that's the reason why we're only half preparing the meal, for you to complete it, essentially. So you can still have your customization to it. And I would also like to apologize again on behalf of Amanda, our team member. She had prior engagement, so she wasn't able to make it. So, but this is us. We're the co-founders of Onepot.
Okay, so I'm gonna give a little bit of background, and this is the same presentation we used in the final stage of our recent competition called the Vincent Hosang competition. So it's a venture competition. I want to make it clear that this is starting out just right now as a vegetarian type of service. So reason being is because, we're going to explain that very soon, but I just want to get into a little bit of the health benefits. So if you carefully, you have some cereal boxes which are ultra processed, and then you have vegetables. Now, vegetables are minimally processed and they're very healthy. It's very nutritious, and it's something that, it's definitely guaranteed to give you way more and uplift your mood. That doesn't mean that if you don't want to be creative and add meat to it, you can, but touch those people who maybe have religious reservations, or maybe they're like, meat products, or because we're part of that community too. We don't generally consume I don't, but she's fully vegetarian. So that's the reason why we be good to be very creative and say, let's start off as a vegetarian friendly business. That in the future, however, meat products in our boxes. So this was where this idea was born when we saw one of the headlines on TVJ. Experts urge balance and eating a healthier lifestyle. So you're getting nutritious value, you're getting higher energy level. But this is proven research, and it is going to allow you to be way more. So we did a little bit of study, and we said that our study, it's the UE, and they asked 300 students, 85 85.1% of them said that they had to rely on low-cost, unhealthy food options, or some you settle for less than you deserve. Of all that really impacts your mood, it impacts your health, but we want to make sure that that doesn't happen to anybody. You're not going to settle for lower nutrition value with our product. You're not going to settle for lower nutrition financial constraints. When we ask people if they're interested in trying Caribbean vegetarian dishes, 71 which is approximately 39 people said yes, they would be interested. Them if they would be interested in a service that, allows them to save time and money by giving them these meals delivered weekly. The same 71.8% of them consistency. Our inspiration comes from HelloFresh. If you know um, meal prep service where they provide you with these ingredients, you know more about HelloFresh than I do.
Yes, it's as Vedant said, it's meal prep service, but it's not really catered to students. It's very generalized public. Also, they I don't think they pre-prep we do. They just send out the serving size and the ingredients, kind of what we do as well. That's where our inspiration came from. But we of cutting up the vegetables and preparing it for you.
Right. Fresh, you have to basically cook from scratch. You're just getting the ingredients. But with us now, you're getting, cooking takes a really long time, especially if you have to add all of these ingredients. And not only just is too. So why would you have to spend your own money, go to the supermarket, and when you could have these delivered and put them in a pot? That's the whole reason we're called Onepot, It's like a two-in-one. Like you get the joy of being closer to home, one pot, it brings you close and you as minimal dishes as possible, which is another reason why we call it one pot, because at least you're going to use one pot and probably a few more dishes. So here are some of our local competitors. You have KFC, Burger King, Tasty. They're giving you fast food meals, right? And yes, they taste really, really good, but they do make you sleepy after. Personally, they make me sleepy after.
It's not the best health-wise.
They're not the best health-wise. And of course, if you want to ensure you have a new skill in your skill set, this is something that you could get and at a really good cost. Personally, in my opinion, definitely it's an investment and you could be proud of your own cooking. You could learn a new skill. So what value do we provide? We're giving you these ingredients based on subscription plans currently. And that means that each box is made to order. It comes with a recipe that's included with your box. So we have a website where you would get in contact with us. We also have a social page on Instagram. You could look it up, Onepot, and you're soon going to see the website as well. Here are some of our local partners. We have the Mona Guild for Broadcasting Information, the main library, Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining, specifically Farmgate, the farmers market, and Packmart. Packmart is where we would get our packaging boxes from. So our potential partners include Grace Kennedy Group and CarryMac.
All right, so let's get into the finances of our business. When we asked people in our survey how much they spend on groceries, approximately they spend about 500 to 10,000 on groceries per week. And so that gave us an idea of the range that we would like to set our boxes in. And to do that, we tried to carry out a revenue model where we have a cost structure, as you can see. So we have the list of all ingredients that we would use to make, for example, veggie stir fry, which is one of our meals that we can offer. And the ingredients are from Farmers Market and Farm Gate. And we chose the lesser amount of each. So whichever offers cheaper prices, we would go and get our ingredients from them. And here you can see the conversions for the serving size of each ingredient that's going to be in the box. And when we performed all of those calculations, we were able to make up our revenue model. So the actual cost of our ingredients per box would be $2,345, and approximately that would be 2,300. With packaging, it would be $650, and for delivery for UWI students is free. However, for any delivery off campus, we would charge an additional fee of $500. So I'm sorry, I'm having an issue moving on to the next slide.
Just give us a moment. I think the laptop is frozen.
Oh, no.
Okay. So while you guys start out the laptop, oh, I guess it's back up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next one.
Okay, so as I was saying, delivery for off-campus individuals, we charge an additional fee of $500. And the total cost of the box would add up to be $2,950. And with a markup of 18%, the total cost of our box would be $3,500. And that's between the range of 5,000 to 10,000 that people usually spend on groceries. And also the max amount you can cook per box is 2 servings, which is more than how much you would pay for a fast food restaurant, in a fast food restaurant, for example. I would like to add that these prices are subject to change due to inflation or depending on the meal of our items. So not every meal would end up being the same price because, you know, they use different ingredients and whatnot. And for each box, we would earn a profit of $550. And we're hoping in our first month, we would get at least 50 orders. And that would mean that our profit would add up to 2,500. For each member, we would get 9,000 each month.
All right. So here we are offering you 3 things, some of which were said earlier. We're giving you way more control over your time, so you could spend more time doing the things you love and less time cleaning up dishes in the sink or on the countertop. Nobody really likes doing that. So you have way more control over your time. Also giving you convenience because you can pick ingredients that you want. Whenever you want, you just order from the website, which you'll see shortly, and you can customize your order. You know, you don't only have to stick to the things that we provide. You can be creative with it. So, yeah. So some of the challenges that we face, one of the things I was mentioning earlier, we're a vegetarian-friendly business. And the reason we're saying that we're not going with meat products at the moment is because we're students living on hall and we're sharing facilities with several other students. So meat outside of those refrigerators needs to be stored and preserved well. So gels and ice packs are something that we considered, but you know, it's a little out of our cost budget at the moment. So we want to make sure that you get the freshest ingredients, and when the boxes are made, they're made at the moment. So there's little bit of time between when the boxes are made and when it's given to you. They're not like kept and piled up. We also have challenges with some of our delivery logistics because we tried reaching out to partners such as Seven Crave, but we have yet to receive an update from them. Costing, you know, as Pratna said, that prices are always going up and down. So that's something that we're consistently going to work on to make sure that you get the best price value, you get the best resource value, and hopefully with that being well, we'd have a secure and initial investment from some of the partners that we said we hope to reach out to, like Grace Kennedy and Karimak. So we'd like to feature some of, you know, Grace Kennedy's products because I think Jamaica really likes Grace Kennedy products in their food. Happier and healthier customers who enjoy price value, they enjoy affordability. And right now, since we're only catering to like university students, we want to make sure that we expand to people in the Kingston and St. Andrew region. So, yep,
So our channels would include our social media page. We are on
Instagram.
Instagram, and we hope to be on TikTok very soon. Um, we also have a website that Bigdan here made by himself, which is quite impressive, and you will see that in the next slides. And our channel would be the Guild as well, the UB Mono Guild. They already have a platform, and most everyone's connected to them through social media, and it's what they do is amazing, and I hope and we would really out to many people or many of the target audience through them. And this is our website demo that Vedang is going to explain.
All right, so I think some of the stuff here are kind of self-explanatory. You would go, you'd pick, you know, what type of plan, whether you want breakfast-related ingredients, lunch-related ingredients, dinner-related ingredients. Currently, since we're only working with one price, you could expect that they're going to be 3,500 for each box. But the difference is that when we expand and when we hope to include more plans, you'd be able to cook different varieties of meals, you know? You don't just have to stick to the regular veggie stir fry that we were mentioning earlier on.
It was just an example.
Yeah,
If you
it's
have
just
an
an
idea.
example. So this site is actually live. You know, we could share the link in the chat if anybody's interested with testing it out. It's onepotjamaica.netlify. Netlify is a really good platform that's free if you want to host your applications online for your own personal business or personal service. Yeah, it takes very little effort. So here's the recipe card for the tropical veg stir fry. This is the brochure that I was talking about earlier on. You get the ingredients well listed, nice font. It tells you how much time you would expect to cook it, tells you how much servings you could expect, and also gives you some of the directions. And we're almost at the end. So that's just another recipe card. We also make sure that we care for our environment because that's very important when you're starting a business. You know, each box is recyclable. We touch on the three R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. We make sure that our boxes are biodegradable, renewable, and sustainable. And that's the idea of the box that you can see. That's exactly what you'd expect. So coming to end almost, our commitment to CSR, corporate social responsibility, ensures that we support local farmers consistently. We ensure that you have higher energy levels, you're improving your health and well-being, and it also caters to the people who may be, you know, vegetarians and plant-based eaters. So yeah, what happens if you order a box from us, but it's a no-show? You don't come to collect it. Well, each box goes to our hall, the hall that we live on, and it's donated to people in need who would, you know, really appreciate them. So we have partners with Homestead, the Homestead Home, and they would give these boxes to people so that they can make them over there and basically just it helps make a difference in their life. So in summary, why are we different? We're providing you with fresh, locally sourced ingredients. We're making sure that you could spend time doing more things that you do. And we're giving you an affordable pricing model. Of course, we're open to negotiation. It's competitive with fast food, but it's healthier and it's more fulfilling. And as an investor, you could support a unique, scalable business model that has really high growth potential and contribute to sustainability when you partner with local farmers. And we also reduce food waste because, as I said, you know, we make sure that boxes not collected are donated. So yes, choose Onepot because you get fresh ingredients with zero hassle.
Hey, thank you so much for listening, guys. I would love to hear your feedback.
Okay. And we actually do have some questions already lined up. But for those persons who did not realize that they could put their questions in the chat,
Mhm.
um, feel free to put your questions in the chat. So I'll just go through a few that we have so far. All right. And I believe some of them you actually answered during the discussion, but I'll just go through them nonetheless. All right. And for
Right.
Jason, if you have any questions from the YouTube side, you can also feel free to indicate as well. All right. So I guess you could run back over how it is that you came up with the name, One Pot.
How we came up with the name?
Yes.
Well, initially we wanted to make our ingredients, not sorry, make okay, how we came up with the name. Um, we wanted to make something that's easy to cook. And, by having too many dishes, that's a lot of hassle and a lot of cleanup. So having a meal that you can just use using as few dishes or equipment as possible would really help a person at university since, they're far away from home and we don't have a lot of supplies with us, nor do we have the money to go purchase really fancy equipment. So just having simple, just one pot would help us
Right.
with cooking a lot.
And to add to that, one pot, when Jamaicans use the word one, it's a symbol of unity. So as we said, we're connecting you from, people who are homesick to going to people who are homemade. We're bridging that gap between homesickness and homemade food. So that is why it's called one pot, because it's more like a symbol of unity as well.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And our next question, and well, the other question was how far advanced you are with your startup. Is there a website? And I believe you shared it just now with us, the website.
Exactly.
Right. Great. And the idea is that in the future you'll be creating an app.
Yes, that's our hope. We went to the website because right now, it's websites are easier to make than mobile apps, and since we're in the startup phase, it's convenient for everybody. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't make, I would say, a significant difference in my opinion whether you use a website or a mobile app. How far advanced are we with our startup? So as I said, it's still in the ideation phase because we are experimenting. There's some areas that we need to touch on. But it's something that, yeah, we'd really love to launch and see people appreciate. Because there are students who have said, we feel left out because when you go to a lot of restaurants on campus, one, they're expensive, and two, sometimes if you have religious reservations, it doesn't cater to you. So you have to fend for yourself. And that's something that we'd also want to make sure.
Yeah.
So we reached the final stage of the Vincent Hosang competition. It was a very long process. We had to meet regularly, explain what we're doing, and they gave us a structure, a format to come up with this presentation. So things that we should touch on, like our partners and stuff. Unfortunately, we didn't win, but people were really happy with the way we presented and really inspired.
Yes.
Okay, great.
And with proper guidance and investors, I'm sure that we can actually carry out this efficiently. And if we were hoping to get proper guidance during our competition, which we didn't really get as much. So this was all of the presentation that you see, all the market research that we've done it independently. So yes, we're still looking for mentors and anyone that can guide us in a way, So yeah, that's how far we are at with our business. Yeah.
Okay, great. So if we have any of the business partners online, you have a great opportunity to mentor um, to young, bright startups, individuals, and yeah, they're definitely tapping into the market for those persons who are underserved. The vegetarians, starting out with them, and of course expanding as the market sees fit. Great. All right. And you've already mentioned that you had reached out to Seven Crave. So definitely want to encourage, if any of our affiliates know anyone from Seven Crave, feel free to nudge them and, remind them that One Pot has reached out so that they can, complete the link. All right. Are there any plans to attend Kingston Beta to pitch or seek mentors? So Kingston Beta is another community similar to ours. They do offer monetary prizes for the winners, etc. And we do activities with them. We do participate with them, etc. And we want to big them up because they are also investing into business ideas, entrepreneurs. So yes, do you have any plans to attend Kingston Beta?
I think it's something we could definitely consider. It all depends around the time frame because as students, we have at the moment, if it's anytime soon, then I would probably say we're not sure because we have mid semesters going on. But between mid semesters and final exam, the month of April, we could arrange to be there. And I think it would be a lovely initiative for us to present our idea there as well.
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay. And for those persons who've also building stuff or maybe have an idea and you know they're not sure about entering a competition, how do you, is there anything that you want to say to them to encourage them to go out and um, make that positive step forward? Okay, so I guess they're having a little challenge at the moment, but yes, as I've said, there are other communities, other companies within this space, Jamaican context, that um, do want to encourage young professionals, whether it is along the AI plan or sphere. They do have Jamaica Artificial Intelligence Association. They're predominantly focused on AI, of course, but they are not the only community in the space. We do also have um, Kingston Beta. We do have girls. um Jason, help me out. Girls Can Code, is that one of the other groups that predominantly encourages only girl members for girls? And of course they allow volunteers from men, but they don't allow them to be participants in any of the official capacities. But yes, there is an opportunity out there for persons to get involved, to seek help, and to get guidance. And if it is that you know of any competition, any hackathon, do feel free to be a part of it. Do just as these persons took a leap of faith and entered the Vincent Husang competition, we want to encourage you guys to also um, seek those opportunities and enter. All right. So I guess we won't be able to resume the our discussion just based on some technical challenges. But if it is that you persons do want to reach out to you guys, do you have any email or so that you can leave with us in the chat? You can just please add it to the chat and we will
Okay,
proceed.
the alarm just yeah, so we can discuss everything now because the alarm just turned off. So sorry for the disruption.
No problem. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So if you have some more questions, we could welcome them as well. We do have a social media page on Instagram. We're called Onepot Jamaica. And also I think there was a question about email. So yes, our email is onepod.team@gmail.com.
I'll send that in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. So the site for their website, if it is that you guys want to test it out, or if it is that you guys want to order some of their meals, you can use their site. It is currently live and they definitely love to get your support.
Right. Yeah.
And if you have any opinions regarding our business, we're also open to hear anything, any adjustments, any tweaks that we can. We're open to hear any adjustments.
All right, no problem. All right, so we're gonna move on from our question session. Jason, any other questions from the other channels? Or are we good to go? Okay, no other questions. Great. So, as you guys would know, oops, my there we go. Sorry about that. So, as you guys would know, from time to time we do have surveys that we also conduct just to do different research, to collect different information to ensure that one, we're serving you properly, and of course there are times when we also use that information to better able to create solutions that meets the various persons need. So I do want to encourage you guys to fill out our surveys, to do allow your voice to be heard, and it also gives some of our volunteers an opportunity to be data analysts, data scientists, because of course we definitely want to encourage the persons to develop in whichever area of technology or whichever aspect that are skill that they have, because it's not only developers we cater to or only entrepreneurs. We also cater to our data analysts. We also cater to our digital media and marketing personnels, and of course our cloud providers. And of course we have also another survey, um, you know still collecting more data. This is around whether what are your top skills in the different areas. So as a developer, it's more or less targeted towards those persons, but we do want to encourage persons to fill out those resumes, sorry, those surveys, so that one, we can get a understanding of what the market is like. Some of the solutions that we can build, some of the training that we can have can be more targeted, and of course it will help even in informing some of the decisions, because there are even members who are a part of the community that serve in government, that serve with various private sector, etc. And there are times when this information would help in certain decision making. So we're a relatively small community, but we do have a big impact. So do fill out the surveys. All right. Now, of course, if it is that you want to keep connected with us, if it is that you want to stay ahead of some of the things that we've done, you do ensure that you follow us. Do ensure that you're connected to us. We do announce our events on Meetup predominantly, and it's a great way to see what's coming. So all these events, of course, have passed. If you missed it, we do apologize. The Uno tournament, we gave out a number of prizes. We do, as I said, we do have our open mic session, which is the first the first Saturday usually of every month, unless of course there's any holiday around that period when we try to encourage persons to enjoy the holidays. But yeah, do join our open mic sessions. We do try to look at some of the challenges that's facing in the industry, and of course some solutions that are possible. All right. So yes, this is our community. We do want to encourage each and everyone, as you said before, our objective to share the knowledge, to help each other to grow. Yeah, we're all about building, we're all about positive vibes. All right. And here is where now I, of course, thank you guys for attending. We do know that, we for some of us, it has been a rough Monday, with the traffic increasing, and then Tuesday now, back to regular traffic. But we do want to encourage you guys to continue to attend, continue to be connected to us. Reach out to us if it is that you have any questions, if it is that there's something you want assistance with. We do have a wider community of tech enthusiasts on Telegram, where if you're having some technical challenges, whether it is Java, Python, we have a wide arrangement of technical expertise in our Telegram group. So feel free to connect with us. All right. And we definitely want to thank our sponsors, Osub, for making this event possible, Jamaican Developers Community. They're the host. I work for them. We're this, for us to provide this activity. Definitely want to thank all those persons involved. I definitely want to, of course, big up Onepot and look forward to great things, because we're going to keep an eye on you guys, and where it is possible, we're going to, of course, try to give a helping hand. So Thank you guys and have a great evening and look out for our next event, which is going to be the 25th. And of course, I want to encourage you guys to build your portfolio because there's going to be a big event coming up. We're having some international persons coming in that event. We're not yet finalized on the dates and time yet because, of course, it's a physical event. And as I said, we're going to have international persons. So we want to make sure that they can come down and interact with you guys. So build your portfolios. Definitely want to have a great session with them and stay tuned for that information. As soon as we're able to announce it, as soon as we're able to finalize every detail, of course, we're going to let you guys know. And of course, we're going to announce it first and foremost on Meetup. So there's going to be limited seats. Make sure you get in on Meetup. All right. Have a great evening. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.
Mm.